Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of FTL's Advanced Captain's Edition. New version, we're now on 1.225C. Apparently some interesting stuff got added. Suppose we'll find out when we get there, right? Anyway, last episode started off with the Stealth A. Indeed we did. Okay. Your humanoid crew wonders what will become of this sector when the rebels take over. I will talk to him. Your humanoid crew member like it if things stay as they are. There's so much change in this galaxy sometimes that scares me. No need. And why do we not have engine personnel? Probably because we killed them last episode. Okay. So, seeing that we're going with artillery, getting some hacking in wouldn't probably be the worst idea. Let's see. Let's go for it. It's not that bad of a deal, and the fuel would have been bad, but I want to get back into the swing of things, because it's been a week since I last played, so... Alright. So the burst's ready, but we probably want to wait until the artillery kicks in as well. Alright, let's give this a shot. Remember that missing quite a lot. Alright. Okay, that thing's gonna get annoying real quick. So, if there's a benevolent god out there, that artillery will finally land. There we go. That'll help. Might even kill the slug while we're at it. No, but he's close to death though. Okay, let's try again. There we go. 7 missiles, but we are not relying on missiles, so let's continue on. With a bit of luck, we can take them out with just the scatters here. Might as well try it out, right? Fine. So this doesn't do personnel damage either, huh? There we go. Now we only get 24. We get 24 from that as well. Okay. Store because we need fuel, or distress, and then quest because I have no idea what that is. I'm thinking store. We can always just backtrack to it. Right, heavy laser. 2 shots dealing 2 damage, requires 3 power. Mind control could help us a lot with that problem we're having with missing that artillery. You know what? Let's do it. The hull beam can go, the breach bomb can stay. And we'll buy the fuel, we'll buy a bit of repairs. Get the power for our mind control, and yeah. Get everyone into medbay. That's a bit of an adapt now, having to put crew back into the medbay, but that's what you get for playing with every single ship that starts off with a coal landing bay in a row. Okay. From here we can go, yeah, okay, we can still get to the quest marker, I think. Or at least I hope. Alright. A lot of weaponries, but let's see if our superior strategy can win us the day here. Don't think that beam will do us any harm. At least not yet. Okay, we're ready to try to suck her out. So, fire in the burst, mind control, and artillery. Oh, can mind control slugs? Right, okay. Still, we did what we wanted to do here, so... nothing too bad happened. We could mind control now, so those two can enjoy themselves quite nicely, and we'll hit their shields. Nah, pilot. 5 missiles again, we don't need missiles. Oh, still missed, huh? That's slightly worrying. Does it say anything about its crappy aiming, or am I indeed just unlucky with all of these? Alright, 2 fuel, that's something. The system seems to be completely evacuated. Standard medical checkups that your crew has to undergo at each beacon reveal a worrying find. One of your crew members shows signs of the infection. And there goes another crew member. That's just fucked up. I'm assuming there's more than... I mean, assuming there are blue options for that, I'm assuming one of those will be with that medbay, but still, coming through an event where it is impossible to not lose a crew member is just BS for me. I remain in one of those diseased sectors, perhaps. Yeah. That's bullshit. That's all I gotta say about it. Sure. Now at least our oxygen won't be taken out. And that's the Zoltan gone. Good to know. I will drive him into the med bay. Okay. We'll probably want to try and pick up some crew, because 2 people aren't going to get very far. Now, what was this all about? By following the directions given, you find a well-disguised outpost. Well, got a crew member. An NG that's good at fighting. It's almost as useful as a mantis good at repairing. Not very. Alright, let's get into some combat to see if we can finally make that mind control stuff work. Yeah. Alright. If you want to board, by all means. I think 2 NGs will help out here. Alright. Good. Artillery should be ready soon. Oh, give me a minute. Alright, I'm back. Let's finally try to make an attack on this one. Now, how do we do it? Well, we mind control the NG and all that good stuff. So, let's see if this works out the way I want it to work out. Doesn't really matter where we fire the bursts, but we'll send those on along its way. I got boarded? Oh no, they brought the human back. Which could cause problems actually if he gets in that piloting seat quick enough. Well, he didn't, and that was a good shot. Alright, everyone here can go back to its stations then, after I send you to the medbay first. Yes, kill the human. Yeah, human's dead. Alright, our weapons are ready to go again. So let's show him no mercy. Right, it's this stuff, huh? Well, chances of it working out, of getting a slave, are slim. So we're just not going to surrender here. No, it's not the nicest thing to do, but... still a lot of misses, huh? Alright. Guess we got lucky then the first time around. Nope, they just have rock plating. Won't just save them forever. Okay, 150 scrap. What are we going to do with that? We could upgrade our shields, but I don't think it's necessary yet. Yes, I don't know. I'm putting him on weapons now. I think he can do better there. I think we just wait for a store and try to get some better weaponry. The burst scatters aren't bad, but they won't end up getting us victory. Federation ship is a hold up. We don't have medical documentation, and we are as good as dead if we don't manage to get scrap to buy them. So please hand over some of your supplies. I don't respond well to threats. Not at all. Right, well, we know how this works by now. We're probably gonna end up upgrading engines first so we can get 100% evasion on that cloak. Alright, then one of these and one of these. You know what? You got yourself a deal. They're having troubles as is. Let's see, strange vessel approaches. Digital message appears on your view screen. It's not a maiden merchant. Please fill. No. Let's upgrade those engines straight away. And there we go, with a 100% dodge if we use our cloak. Can't have those unfortunate hits land. The source of the distress call is a minor planetary settlement. A small outbreak has occurred and the locals are hoping for help from outside the system in order to contain the infection. The quarantine fleet seems to be busy elsewhere. None of the ships are around. Lost more crew than I wanted already, so sorry, but no. I think we're just gonna fight these. Should upgrade doors, huh? Yeah, doors would be a good thing. Alright, you went into the room that I wanted you to be in, so we can retreat you two. Finish up here. And see if I can guide you into that medbay. Okay, good. We'll wait for a burst to fire before we do anything. There we go. This one has to go quickly, because that mantis is going to be on the other one in a very short time. Yep, still hit. 3 fuel, 23 scrap. Yeah, we need the fuel. Okay. Medbay wasn't even powered, so that was brilliant. Alright. Let's go to this one, see what's up with that. Seems to the stress beacon was a trap. Alright. Flak, ions, some hull lasers. Probably want to cloak out of, yeah, right about here. Okay. Let's do our signature attack. There we go. 5 fuel. Yeah, that's good. They're really... They really want to give us fuel. After some extensive scanning, you find an antique long-range jump node in the system. Miraculously, the installation is still powered and functional. You see a small station fitted with hundreds of repair drones. You see, if you don't know who you are, we don't care. You'll ignore. Off to the next sector. I'm too smart for you. You know, again, I don't respond well to threats like that, but that usually means those AI sectors, and AI as in the, you know, the crew that you can get. Those holograms. And they tend to run pretty quickly, so I'd rather not go there. Oh, what the hell is this? The crew is glad you made it out of the sector. You consider how much fuel to spend during the long-range jump. Travel at minimum speed FTL to the next sector using only emergency fuel. Travel to standard FTL speed to the next sector using the amount of usual. Spend additional fuel in order to travel to full speed. You know what? Let's do this. See what this helps. You order to disregard any fuel economization directives and try to outrun the rebels in hyperspace. Alright. Results control their borders, but let you pass when you ID as Federation. Let's hope they won't be so courteous to the rebels. Of course they will. See what we can do here. Nope. Let's speak with the NG. Okay. Right. Let's see if we can find ourselves a store. Because we aren't going to get very far with the weapons we have. Are we in any danger? Yeah, of course we are. The question is, how bad is it? Well, seeing that this is a station, the Zoltan shield shouldn't be too much of a concern here. Now you might actually be able to sneak through. Let's see, 1 to get rid of this, and then 3 more to get rid of those, and then we can hit the weapons with the artillery. Yeah, that's gonna work. Wham! Bam! And all that other good stuff. Let's mind control one of these. To slow down repairs and all that, you know how it goes. Alright. And I think if we wait until that guy goes back into the med bay, we can actually kill him. Yeah, because the weapons are pretty much done for here. There we go. Every little bit helps. Speaking of little bits. Okay. A Zoltan shipyard is stationed at this beacon. You admire the display of hundreds of glowing Zoltan performing delicate exterior work on a massive transport ship. Complains about the onboard food. Well, you're free to go outside and find some other food, but wouldn't recommend it. Would not recommend it. Alright, let's see. Big missile launcher. Mind control's pointless here. And these things tend to have quite... Alright, let's hope I don't get bothered for a little while now. Chances are slim though. Anyway, what are we doing here? Oh yeah, waiting for that missile launcher to fire his thing. Just one? Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 missiles, huh? Right, well, if this one doesn't hit where we want it to hit, then we'll probably just gonna try and make ourselves scarce. So in that thing, we'll wait as long as we can here. Alright. Well, here goes. Yep, we're out of here. To the store, because we need fuel. And hopefully some better weaponry. No weapons. Well, there's artillery, but it doesn't say what it is, so... Right. 3 system damage. Can take out 2 shields, and on that side, note the artillery can... I might probably gonna get that burst laser up at some point. Right, we needed the fuel. There we go. Alright, let's carry on. Sure. Hull repair, yeah, that could help, but don't think we'll ever get drone control. Combat, there seems... Shield layer goes down, huh? Well, let's hope our cloaking can do some good here. We'll need to cloak out of that. There was a reason to cloak out of that. Right, let's get that O2 fixed up. Alright. Damn it. Yeah, this isn't going too well, but at least we'll have cloaking back soon. There we go, just in time. Alright, let's do this. No one's actually pretty close to that. Alright. Powering its drive. Which probably means he's gonna get out of here pretty quickly. But if you can get the artillery going once more, then... yeah, they're probably not gonna... We could try, but it's probably in vain, right? Yep. We'll go to the exit. Okay. Rebel fleet approaches, so make your last deal. Ignore. Sure. I hope it's not an AI ship, but nebulas usually mean it exactly that. Okay, missiles, no. So I think we're good. No, we're not. There goes the artillery. There we go. Alright. Let's go for it. There we go. That should help. Don't think it caused a breach, but... Alright, so I shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. Well, we'll try to take out the piloting then. Or just kill it outright. That's fine too. Continue and get doors. Right, final bit of fuel. Let's see, anything especially dangerous? Well, I think this and this will fire at my burst scatters. We might have just enough firepower, but I think this is going to be a sorry but no type of thing. I'll give it a shot, but I have my doubts. And if we do land, I want it to be on the ropes. Yeah, it got shot down. There's nothing we can do here. And again, it doesn't seem like they can do anything to us, so... might as well give it another shot, right? Ooh, snap. Forget what I said. Well, with the drones down, our odds can only improve, but it still all depends on whether or not we can do one of those. And we can. Alright. Probably gonna try and get him dealt with quickly with just scatter. Alright. This could finish him off. Yep, it did. Good. Alright, good haul off there. We needed the fuel, so... an unarmed, sure, we'll hear them out. Continue. Yep, alright. So there's a present waiting for us on the next sector. Mantis invasion fleet. Alright, that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, we don't have... oh, that's fun. So they were right on my ass already. Oh boy. Let's talk to the human. And there we have it. We're stranded already. Well, there wasn't really a need for that cloak, now was there? Why don't you go fight him? There you go. Mind control for the win. Alright. Well, let's hope we get some help quickly. I don't see this ending up pretty well. No, we'll cloak out of this one. Alright. We need to take out... oh, the pilot. There we go. Good fire's going. Killed our mind control dude, but... at least we delayed the FTL. Probably gonna fire on that right again. Ah, crew's dead. Even better. 5 fuel. Alright, we only took 1 hit. Can't complain. But we really need to buff up our weaponry. So let's hope this will provide us with what we need. Naganita. Advanced beam weapon that can cut ships right in half. Yeah. I could sell this artillery too, and get this thing going. Would mean I do not have to worry for the artillery hit, and it can pierce one shield, so none of, well, not all of my burst needs to hit as well. Sure. So we kind of went all out with this one. We've been using artillery, we've been using beams, and now we're back to beams. What else do we want? If I could get a hacking now, that would be grand. Yes. And then we'll buy fuel. We'll keep the breach, it can still do some good. The hull repair can go. And that should be that then. Right, let's go pick up whatever we can get here. Of course, the Zoltan shield would be great, but I think they got rid of it on the Captain's Edition because it could interfere with some special blue events or something, I don't know. Attempt to hail. Rip, rip. And we've got Heavy Scatter Mark 1. Which will probably sell because it only does 1 damage. So we're better off with the bursts, I think. Fire bomb, stun bomb. Okay. Explosive replicator isn't bad, but we got 22 of them. And I think... How far in are we? Yeah, we're almost at the end already. We'll probably spend the rest on ship upgrades. Like, hacking needs to be at the top of its game or it's fairly useless to us. Alright. Continue. Do they have a teleporter? Yes. What was I thinking? Anyway. In shields. So we'll mind control one of you. And we'll open the doors. Should take care of their boarding party pretty well, I would say. Where the hell are you going? Just gonna go stand in the oxygen room, huh? Alright, well. Can't have you being there when my control wears off. Right. Time to try out that beam of ours then. Well, that's not gonna be great, but at least we'll be able to do some damage. I think we'll start off here. Pretty quick beam. I'm impressed. I think it's worth every bit of power it needs. So now you're boarding me with an NG? Well, by all means, go for it, but we'll send you in there and do some good work. Here comes the missile launcher. Right. Okay, good. Our crew is safe once more. Power. Asteroid field, huh? No, I don't think we'll go there. Situation does indeed look pretty grim. Nothing to be said about that. find antique long-range jump node. Sure. Hull beam. Well. Off we go. No need to... Well, that's pretty pointless, I think. You arrive at an outpost close to Federation base, your access codes get you... Okay, we've seen this a few times already. Right, store. Probably the final one. Let's see if it can provide us with basically anything. Sector scanner, no. Wouldn't be bad. Here we go with... There isn't too much to be hacked on my ship. And if it's weapons, we're pretty much boned. But do I want that, or do I have anything to sell? Yeah, the hull beam can go. If only I had 3 more scrap. Let's actually see if we could get to 3 more. Ah, no, the store's being taken over. Now I end up with nothing. That's brilliant. Well, we'll probably upgrade something on our ship then. Alright. That's a big missile battery right there. Okay, so we'll probably end up hacking shields. You can get out of there now. Okay, good. Yep, let's power you up to its full potential. Let's see what good you can do to me. Alright. Just some extra damage on these. They're taking out my hacking tool, huh? There we go. Just to make sure they can repair the weapons. This is gonna hurt. Yep. Alright, 2 NGs, you can go and repair that. Let's just hope you both make it. I'm gonna wait for the hack to be ready again. See if we can't kill them here. I think we will. Nope. Alright, you get out of there. And now you can follow up. Okay. 140 scrap. What do we want with that? Well, I think we got all the fuel we can take with us. And by fuel I mean power. I think we're boned, but we could at least try to put up one hell of a fight. Alright. Let's get at least that going. And if we then get enough scrap, we might consider getting 4th level of shields if it's possible. Our weapons aren't going to do us many good, but well, that's at least 1 bar. Serves us as a little bit of protection in case we get hit on shields. If that repair beacon stays alive long enough, that would be incredible, but we both know that's never gonna happen. Alright, of course there's a teleporter. So why don't you go to here for now when you go on engines. Actually, why don't you go bung up the door some more. Okay. We'll send a hack on shields again. That did good last time. Right, good miss. See, the problem with the whole ordeal here is we simply do not have enough system damage that we can do. Ow. Hit him wherever it hurts. Oh, I thought we would have hit engines there as well. Oh well. Still haven't used our mind control, so let's do that right now. So the missile launcher's back. But then again, so is our cloaking and our hacking. So we'll cloak out of the way of that gigantic missile. We'll hack the shields again. And we'll probably be able to finish them off here. While we wait for our music to return. Alright, let's now try to hit everything. There we go. Might as well fire on these. There we go. Okay, why don't you two fight against yourselves for a bit? That's always interesting to watch. Oh, so you just walk out of that room, huh? And that should be that. Okay. Let's put you on weapons. Still no music. Well, let's see. Probably want to get that breach going. Because we're probably going to end up hacking those shields. Then we can use the breach to take care of the missile launcher with a bit of luck. Because we're not going to kill the crew on this one. It would be just too much. Alright, what's getting hacked? Sensors, by all means. I don't care what your crew is doing. Right. Well. Still no music. Okay, hacking goes out to shields. Breach here. Takes care of the missile launcher. We'll wait for mind control and start hacking first. Oh, come on. 45% evasion and they all hit. Just my luck, right? You already fixed the breach? Wow. Or there was no breach. What happened there? What happened there? Right, why don't you two fight against each other? Weapons are being hit, that's no good. Man, that ion damage is pretty crazy. What's wrong with my shields? Why is everything just piercing through? Right, hack. Why is everything just getting through here? I know there's ion damage, but work with me here. that should help a little bit. How's that missile launcher doing? There's some more damage. And some more. Yeah, it's not like I wanted to use a breaching bomb now and then. Phew. Alright, let's begin the hack. If he can do one system damage, then we can take out the rest of those missiles with just this. Or we can destroy him, that'll work. Okay. Well. Might as well go to it now, because it's not going to be there for long. Might even be taken over next sector. And it gives us enough to power up our shields to max. Alright. Perfect. Okay. Well, here goes. Should have actually... Yeah, I still have time to do that. Okay. So, the way we win this run is again by trying to cheese out their defense drones so we can get our hack in. It ain't pretty, but desperate times call for desperate measures. And again, no music. Wonder what's up with that. Okay, well. Alright, now how do we do this again? We fire in the hack. Again on shields, I think. Then we keep an eye out for... Yep, that thing fired. So we... Yep, and then we put you back on. And there you go. Alright. There's that. We have no means of fighting off him. Which is a problem. Especially when you land in there. There's nothing we can do. Well, we could have hacked their drone control, but... Why is there... Oh, oxygen is depowered. Because of why exactly? Oh, medbay. Right. Okay. So... Breach bomb on... pilot... No, on missile launcher, and we'll use the beam to take care of you for a little while. Could not find border drone. Okay, well, he's right there, so let's see what the problem is. Anyway, let's begin. I'm gonna do it like that. Then we'll mind control you. We'll send in a breach on here, and we'll do one of these. Or we could take the... No, I think I'm better off doing one of these. Alright, boarding drones offline. Let's get you back on. Let's see. They got a lot of those bad ones. They're probably gonna try and get this fight over with pretty quickly. Or we're just gonna die here, that's fine too. Yep, there goes Nenji. Shot down in his prime. Well, it's not impossible for us to win here, but chances are surely diminishing. Can't use the burst scatter either, because that thing is already gone. There's no way we can win this, right? I mean, oh, well, if you do it like that, yeah, sure, but... Alright, let's start up the hack. Alright. Okay, okay. Think we might use you as well. I can't send you through there. What I could do is open doors and... oh no, doors are destroyed as well. Then forget the whole idea. So it all comes down to how fast that engine can repair that O2. And how long it takes for us to be able to hit them again. I don't think we're long for this world then. Come on, NG. Yeah, alright, get in there, power up O2. Can't open doors yet. As long as our weapons don't get hit, we still have a tiny chance of slight success. Hacking got hit. Oh man, oh man. Yep, there goes the NG. And that's completely down as well. We're screwed. Well, that was fun. I wonder what's happened to the music anyway. Anyway, this was the first run on normal, so it's not a surprise that we ended up dead. Next run, we'll click the random button again, see where we end up. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm hoping you're still enjoying the series. Feel free to show support by commenting, liking, and or subbing if you haven't already. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye, everyone.